Raise your hand if you ever question yourself. What am I actually doing with my life? Raise your life if you feel that you're living through autopilot. Waking up, eating, working, studying, sleeping, and repeating. If we look around the room, we realize that this is a common sense. Yet, we rarely speak about it. We're so disconnected of life and we're rushing towards success that we have forgotten to connect with the tiny things in life. We forgot to connect with the food we eat, the water we drink, the communities we live in, the earth we stand on, our minds, our hearts, and our bodies. My name is Sophie Raimundo Schmidt, and I was born and raised in Mexico. While I was growing up, I had the opportunity to travel between two worlds, México Imaginario and México Profundo. México Imaginario is characterized by wealth, social media, social status, diplomas, and disconnection of life. While on the other side, we have México Profundo. And México Profundo is characterized by a connection with gratitude, with the community, with Mother Nature, and also with their hearts. But most of my time, I spend it in México Imaginario. And since I was 6 years old, I knew that in order to be successful and to become someone for myself, I needed to go through this to-do list. High school, university, master's, impressive curriculum, work hard, earn money, marry, and even buy a nice house. The list is never ending. As I finished high school, I started feeling sad inside, meaningless, and truly disconnected. And I started questioning, am I really supposed to live my life from Monday into Friday and forget? From Saturday to Sunday and forget? Am I really supposed to be living my life with constant pressure, anxiety, and stress? Or am I supposed to be living in the present moment with peace and enjoyment? So one day, I found myself in the shower. And as I stared at my shampoo, I said to myself, once this shampoo is over, I'm gonna embark on a journey that is gonna change my life. And I'm not joking. One more later, when the shampoo was over, I embarked in a journey around the world. Yeah, you heard right. A shampoo bottle changed my life. This journey took me from Nepal to Tanzania to Madagascar, Turkey, Italy. However, in today's talk, I want to emphasize two locations. My awesome travel to Tanzania and also to Nepal. When I first got to Tanzania, I went there thinking that I'm gonna be there only 2 weeks. I participated in social projects and also climbed Kilimanjaro thinking like, ooh, easy to climb, no? It was not. However, my life truly changed when I met my partner. My partner took me to visit his childhood home, Mangola. And in his childhood home, he introduced me to the community Hadzabe. They were hunter gatherers, and they live in the day-to-day. So, with the hunter gatherers, we spend many days. And they teach me something really valuable. They teach me the value of cultivating a connection with the community, Mother Nature, and our surroundings. We will wake up every day with the sun rises, get around the bonfire, prepare our gear to go for a hunt in the Mother Nature for 5 to 6 hours to collect their food or water. And when we had everything, we returned home. And what we did is share. We celebrated, and we enjoy our food, but also our company. It was really impressive to see my change of perspective. How living in harmony with nature, with our surroundings, and with our enjoying each other changed everything. My second travel was to Nepal. There, I engaged in different communities in the Himalayas, but also in Kathmandu. I live with local families And even I had the idea, easy peasy, let's climb Everest Base Camp. Once again, it was not easy. But today, I want to emphasize the time I spent with 60 incredible young monks. I went there initially to teach English. However, little did I know that they will become my teachers of life. They showed me two main lessons. The first one was the art of collective consciousness and respect. Every day we will wake up at 5:30 a.m. and share together to pray and meditate. This not only changed my start of the day, but it filled me with joy. It filled me also with peace. The second of it is the art of giving and living with playfulness. Every day when I walk into the monastery, they will offer me a banana, a delicious mango juice, or a cookie. But 3 times a week, a monkey will come inside the classroom, steal my banana, run with the banana. I will chase after the monkey and try to grab the banana, but I never did. All the students were laughing. We were sharing, learning, and experiencing life together. But well, at some point my travels ended, and I needed to return to Mexico, and from there go to study in the Netherlands. When I returned, I realized that it would be difficult. It would be difficult to return where the main narrative is the successful path of life. I returned and I felt sadness. Sadness inside my heart, in my mind, and my body. And not only sadness within me, but I could sense it within the territory and these individuals. When I was in the street and I asked somebody, "How are you doing?" they automatically go, "Fine, and you?" While others just answered, "I'm surviving the day." While other people were sleeping, talking, and even walking with their phone screens. I just started to feel that we were living in a city-sized stage with assigned characters, scripted dialogues, and established behaviors. And again, I questioned myself, what could I do? But I realized that I learned so much in my travels that I could apply that theory. And I could redefine my way of success. So I defined it in building a life rooted in gratitude, collectivism, and connection. By changing desire, instead of desiring all this material wealth, all these likes, more friends, a better job, I say thank you. I stop and realize that I have so much I have to be grateful for. The second one, was changing individualism to collectivism. Instead of just sitting down, putting my Netflix and enjoying my meal, saying, "Hey, neighbor, I have never met you. What about we sit together and eat something?" From disconnection to connection. Instead of just running towards work and forgetting and rushing to my study, walk. Where am I? Where am I walking? Who is in my street? Who is gonna steal my banana? And slowly but surely, I realized that I can turn this theory into practice. I started to slow down. I started to walk while asking. I started to share my meals. I started also to learn how to rest. Instead of pushing myself when in my heart, my mind was overwhelmed, I just stopped and said, I'm gonna have a spa day and I'm just gonna do my nails and have something nice to eat. I just slow down. But then I started realizing I can do bigger projects and do them collectively. So I started my homemade Mexican tortilla business, in which I not only get to connect with my roots of Mexico, but I could also share these amazing and delicious tortillas with the world and with my friends. And many of you have tried them. And then with my partner and friends from Nepal and Tanzania, we started a company, Mangola Life. And Mangola Life was and is to allow other people to start the automatic pilot life and through traveling with awareness and intention, reconnect with their lives. reconnect with their senses, and reconnect with their surroundings. I know it's easy to feel disconnected in our life, full of distraction and is fast-paced. But I'm certain that if we start opening questions, and if we start connecting towards each other, we can achieve it. So next time you see your shampoo bottle and you're taking a shower, ask yourself the next questions. Where am I? What am I doing? Why am I doing it? And how am I doing it? By asking these questions, we, you, and me, we can fight against the automatic life and rebuild and remember to live a life in connection, with gratitude, and with love. Thank you.